This is TaskSpoon, the series where I aim to complete the collection log by doing one randomly generated task at a time. After completing the medium tier, I'm ready to attempt some of the longest and hardest challenges yet as I move on to the hard tier. Welcome to Season 3 of TaskSpoon. Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 72 of the TaskSpoon series. In the last video, I went from 83 to 85 Slayer, and I unlocked this beautiful thing right here. And this video, we will get from 85 to 87 Slayer, and finally finish off this Trident task. I really have nothing else to say other than I'm going to continue my Slayer grind. I have been doing Slayer non-stop, 10 to 12 hours a day for the past 6 days. And it ain't gonna stop now, so here we go, going to get a new task right away and get right back into it. Trolls, let's do it. Actually, just kidding, not quite yet. I need some more cannonballs, and fortunately I got some coal from, I think it was Grotesque Guardians, and I got some steel bars from Gargoyles, so I can make about 1,600 steel bars, so like 6,000-ish cannonballs, so that'll be nice. Honestly, I'm extremely surprised that I noticed this, but, 84 smithing! Cool. Alright, cannonballs made, now we go back to Slayer. Alright, here we go. First of all, everyone needs to admire the beautiful whip. Thank you. The whip, it can only train attack, defense, or all three at the same time, which is why I went so far ahead on strength. This way I can just use the controlled attack style, train all of my combat stats, and then once strength hits 99, I'll pick either attack or defense to go to 99 next. So, yeah, I'm glad I did that. This is probably going to be my main training weapon for, like, ever. So, yeah, feels good, though. Feels good. Also, putting the Slayer experience up on screen here, we are starting the video at 33% of the way to 86, which we got in the last video, killing Abbey Demons for the whip. So that's where we're starting at. And this is why, if anyone was wondering, I know a lot of people are sort of sleeping on the Trolls task. I see a lot of people say that it's like a skip task. But, I mean, I'm getting 40k XP an hour almost, just using cannonballs and super attacks, so I'd call that a win. Getting high 30s to 40k XP an hour while only using cannonballs and super attacks, not having to use runes or prayer potions, not too bad. And anytime you run out of food, you can just run up to the bank over at Raids 1, so yeah, it's pretty good. Something about hitting things with the whip is just so satisfying. I don't know how to explain it, but compared to the D-Sim, like, it just feels so much better. And I was actually just sitting here looking at my inventory, or my gear setup, thinking, what's my next upgrade gonna be? I don't really know, because I was thinking, like, well, Bandos would be nice, but there's no God Wars Dungeon tasks, or at least none that I can do at Bandos on the hard tier, so it's gonna be a long time before I get to go and do that. And I was like, maybe a Fury? But that's gonna be, because it's 90 crafting, so I need to get to 85 with a boost. I don't know. Hello, good morning. I know this is like 2 seconds later for you, but I did another hour and a half of Slayer last night, and then decided it was late and I need to go to bed. So here we are. My objective today is to get to at least 86 Slayer, which is 155,000 more experience, so that is very doable. And maybe even like partway through into 87, I don't really know yet. I need to make a new intro for the Season 3 premiere, which I have absolutely zero creative ideas for, so I am procrastinating by continuing to do Slayer. So, here we go, let's go. I misclicked when I was getting my task, and I accidentally declined the Jad task, so that's not great, but here I am. Also, I know that you can burst Zars. There's like an area somewhere in the inner city down here or something where there's a bunch of them, but the de-aggro range is actually really small, and so it's really awkward to try and group them unless you have something that can aggro them easily. A lot of people use a Din's Bulwark, which obviously I don't have, and it's just annoying. I mean, this is fine. It's not the best, but the XP per hour is actually okay, and anytime I need to heal or get prayer back, I can just teleport to my house, use my pool, take my South Graveyard portal, take the Fairy Ring back here, so it's not too bad. I actually might swap to the Inner City just to kill the big guys. They have a chance to drop the Obsidian Armor pieces, which is a task on the hard and elite tier, so getting them passively would be very nice. I probably will have to use prayer gear / potions, because they can hit pretty hard, and that's kind of annoying, but I think it'll be worth it for the extra chance at the armor pieces. So, these are the guys I was talking about. The level 221 Tazar Kets have a 1 in 2,000 chance to drop any of the Obsidian Armor pieces. And I already have the legs, but when you buy them from the shop, they don't count on your collection log. You actually have to get them as a drop, so I would have to get a duplicate legs anyway. So here I am, just going to start killing them. They are level 221, and they have a lot of health, so this might be a bit slower, but I think it's worth it for the extra chance. Although, at least now that I'm camping Prey Melee, I can just aggro a bunch of them and more or less AFK for a couple minutes, because this is going to take me a while to kill all 4 of these guys, so that's nice. Oh, okay, cool. I was just recording all of my big Tazar kills just in case I got the armor piece, and I kind of forgot that they can drop normal Tazar drops. And I've recently realized that every Tsar drop that I don't need, I can put in Death's Coffer, and they're all worth, you know, they're not a lot, but 179k in the coffer is always appreciated, so cool. I don't know if this is going to make sense to anyone else, and I'm well aware that the majority of this video so far has just been me talking about how awesome this whip is, but for some reason, when I'm training with a whip, seeing the experience, like the way, because you have all 4 things, being attack, strength, defense, and hit points, every time you hit, it just sort of like continuously rolls up with the experience when you hit back to back, which obviously you are going to hit back to back a lot because the whip is really accurate. I don't know, I don't really know how to explain it, but something about that is just so satisfying. Compared to if you're training on just like one attack style, you get like the double drop, and then there's like this break. I don't know, maybe I'm insane. Well, no luck on the armor pieces on that one, as to be expected. They are 1 in 2k after all, so yeah. Dagonoth, nice. Oh, 76 defense, cool. Yeah, now that I'm training with the whip on controlled, I'm going to be evening out the melee stats a lot more, so yeah, really didn't see that one coming, but nice. I am halfway through a Fire Giant's task when I realized that I am on my 250 task streak, and I was supposed to get a Konar task. So I guess I'm gonna go cancel this task and get a Konar one. Whoops. That's actually so funny. I've been paying such close attention the entire time, just because I need the extra points so I can get a Kraken task once I get 87 Slayer. And the one time I kind of let my brain wander, I get, yeah. Anyway. Cancel this task, and let's hope for something good. Easy. I definitely thought it meant the Calphite Slayer Cave and not the Calphite Lair, and went there first, but I guess this is fine too. It's a little bit slow, because the spawns kind of suck, but it's still easy. Okay, well that sucked, but it was like 20 minutes, got me in my points. Let me see it. Oh yeah, 630 points. Definitely worth it, but we are going back to Neve. And would you look at that, right back to Fire Giants. I am still going to be using points for skips. I need to do at least somewhat optimal tasks in order to get this Kraken task done in like a reasonable time at all. But I'm going to try and have at least 1,000 points left when I go for the Kraken task. That way I can do a bunch of skips. Because they're 30 points each, if I have 1,000 points, that means I can do 33 skips, and I did the math to figure out how likely it is to get a Kraken task, and it's about a 3.4% chance, so if I have 33 skips at a 3.4% chance, that's almost very high chance to get it. I mean, obviously, you've seen my luck on the account. Sometimes it's really good, and sometimes it's terrible, so you never know. The more points, the better, but yeah. Also, ignore the fact that I forgot to open this Brimstone key. Just pretend it's not there. Oh, I was just recording for the superior, but I got 81 attack apparently. I probably should have noticed that, but cool. You ever do so much Slayer, like back to back to back, that when you use your Dragon Battle Axe special, your magic level goes too far down, so you can't use High Alchemy? No, just me? Okay. Well, here we go. 86 Slayer. One more level to go. 374,000 experience. That seems like so much. I'm getting 25k XP an hour. I've gotten pretty unlucky with the bursting tasks, so this isn't bad. I think this is just the power of the whip. But yeah, if you do the math, it's going to be like 14 more hours of Slayer. Yay! Oh yeah, and 86 Slayer doesn't unlock anything, so no new potential good XP tasks or anything like that. Oh, 77 defense. Cool. These levels are just flying in. A combination of the whip just doing a lot of damage and leveling up skills that are a lot lower level than I'm used to, compared to the 96 strength, hit points, 95 range, 95 magic, leveling up these 77, 80 stats is just so fast. Feels good. Again, I know this looks identical to the other ones, but this is in fact a superior. And another superior Abbey Demon. You ever do so much Slayer without restoring your stats that you don't have the magic level to cast Ice Burst? Yeah, me neither. I finally remembered the name of the plugin that I had a while ago that I've been looking for. If you'll notice this little number here, it keeps track of how many enemies you have stacked up. So when you're bursting or chinning or whatever, you can make sure that you are doing it at least, somewhat optimally. I know for Necreals, you can only get up to 7 because that's how many there are here. But for other stuff like Jellies or Dust Devils or whatever, it just helps to know when you have them all stacked up. It is called Monkey Metrics. I don't remember how it chooses which enemies to track. It might be the ones you have tagged. I don't remember. But as you can see, it doesn't count the death spawns. It only counts the Necreals. So super useful plugin. If that's something you're looking for, Monkey Metrics. There you go. And here's a good example of how it works. You can see they're all spread out, but as I go back and forth, you can see the numbers start to stack up. And then as soon as I see it says 7, which will be a little while because of the death spawns, then I know that they're all there and I can just start bursting. So yeah, super useful plugin. Well, last time I got a Tazar task, I said that I accidentally clicked the Keep Current Tazar task. This time, I think I'm going to do it on purpose. I don't really feel like going and doing another Jad, and last time the big Kets were actually pretty chill to kill. And like I said, getting extra chances at obsidian armor pieces is great, so let's go do that. Me actually remembering to take a Konar task for my 10 task streak and getting one of my favorite assignments. Thank you. A good experience task and 2 brimstone keys? Say less. Oh, 97 strength. Neato. I definitely noticed that I was somewhat close to a strength level 3 tasks ago, but all the tasks were cannoning or bursting or whatever, and just completely forgot about it. So yeah, 97 strength. That's pretty cool. It's gonna be forever until I get another strength level, because I'll be training on Shared the entire time, and I need 1.1 million experience. So yeah, cool. Although I am very close to both a defense and attack level, so that's also cool. And there's that defense level I was talking about, 78 defense, nice. Also, a couple updates for you here. We are almost 60% of the way to 87 Slayer. I need 150,000 more experience, so just over 6 hours of Slayer. And I've been getting really lucky with my tasks. Not having to skip a bunch means I've saved up a bunch of points. Hellhounds, I will do that. I'm at 1,500 points, which is great. Much better than I could have expected. So, yeah, cool. I can't wait till I finally get 87 Slayer and I use all 1,500 of my points skipping for a Kraken Task and I don't get one. That's gonna be really fun. Oh, I got an attack level and I thought it was someone else. I didn't even notice. Hey, that's me. Grats me. I just got a 1 in 47,000 shield left half drop from Dust Devils, so that's great. Obviously, I've been getting a ton of rare drop table drops during this Slayer grind. I mean, just the amount of enemies you kill, you have so many chances at it. But I think that one stung particularly more, considering that the Dragon Chain Body is a 1 in 32,768, to be specific. And that would have been a way cooler mega rare drop to get from these guys than another shield left half. But, eh. My Abyssal Demon Superior luck has been insane recently. Not the drops from them, just the amount that I've gotten. I think this is my third on this task of like 260. Okay, no, 235. Still, that's crazy. Still no extra whip though. I'm so close, by the way. 95.5%. I've got 17k XP left. I think it'll be the task after this one. I'm so excited. What? Another one? Thank you, game. Jagex heard me say how close I was to 87 Slayer, and they were like, here, have 4 superiors. Well, no second whip for me. Not that I really need it at this point, but I figured I am going to be able to kill Kraken soon, so it would have been nice to get a second whip in case I got a Kraken Tentacle. And I am at 948 KC for the Abbey Demons, so coming up on that second whip kill count mark. I mean, I can't really complain. I got this whip super early, so that was nice. But yeah, a second one would be nice eventually. But either way, we are 98.4% of the way. What is our final task going to be? Fire Giants, alright. Not the most interesting task, but that should get me there. I only need 5.8k XP, so yeah, definitely going to get there with this task. I am so excited for this. You have no idea. I've done like 115 hours of Slayer, so... Alright, this is it. Over 100 hours of Slayer and making cannonballs and 87 Slayer. I've done it. We can go and get a Kraken task. I'm not even going to finish this task. It's a waste of time. I got 1,500 points. Let's go. This might be in my top 3 of, like, the most satisfying things on this account. I mean, it's really hard to beat that Malediction Shard, and the rush of getting Ranger Boots was pretty cool, but this was just a solid, like, 115-ish hour grind of Slayer, and I can finally go and upgrade my weapon. This will be the last time I ever use Iban's Blast. I'm so excited. You have no idea. But first, we got to talk about Kraken for a bit. First things first, we need a Kraken task. Unfortunately, you cannot kill either the small Krakens or the boss Kraken without a Kraken Slayer task. So we have to go get one of those. And there are 4 Slayer Masters that can assign Kraken, being Neve, Chaeldar, Duradel, and Konar. And I went and did the math. Neve has a 2.29% chance, Chaeldar has a 2.84% chance, Duradel has a 2.99% chance, and Konar has a 3.47% chance. So we are definitely going to Konar, and luckily there's only one place to kill Kraken, so we don't have to worry about her assigning a weird place. So let's go start skipping for tasks, see if we can get one of those first. And if you're ever trying to do this yourself, trying to get a Slayer task to kill a particular enemy, if you just go to the enemy's wiki page, you can see on the side here the Slayer Masters that assign it, and then if you go to each one, it'll show you the list of all of their Slayer tasks, and most importantly, the weighting for each one, and you can just take the weight, go to the bottom, divide by the total weight, and you can get a percentage. So I just did that for all 4 Slayer Masters and found Konar is the highest chance to give a Kraken task. So now we just have to get it. Oh, I was really hoping it'd be the first one. Well, that sucks. In case you're wondering, that's what it looks like when you go through 1,500 Slayer points and don't get the task you want, so I am very sad. I am now going to just do some Turiel skipping, I think, probably. So, for those of you that don't know how this works, Turiel is the lowest level Slayer Master, and all of his tasks are relatively short and will tell you to kill easy enemies. So, I'm going to be making some Expeditious Bracelets to make it go even faster, and then do 9 tasks in a row from Turiel, and on every 10th task I will go to Konar for the extra points. That's the fastest way to get Slayer points. And then once I've built up a few, I can go to Konar and do some skips. As well as every time I go to Konar, I just have a chance to get the Kraken Task naturally. So yeah, first things first, I gotta make these bracelets. So because I didn't realize that I was gonna have to Turiel skip, I took another Konar task, and I don't have the points to skip it yet. So I'm going to kill these Dagnauts first, then we're gonna go to Turiel and get some easy tasks. I downloaded a plugin that's supposed to help remind me every 10th task because I'm so bad at that, and it feels terrible when you grab a Turiel task for your 10th task, but hopefully that doesn't happen too many times. But yeah, gotta do this first. Alright, Dagnauth killed, now we go to Turiel. And as you can see, Turiel's tasks are very easy. Kill 15 cows. And then for our 10 task streak, Fire Giants. Alright. So whenever I finish my point streak task, you can see I'm going to be getting 90 points. So that's going to be enough for 3 skips. And I'm going to do the skips when I go back to Konar for my next 10-point task, or my 10 streak task. And I will use those skips, obviously, to try and find the Kraken task, but also just to try and find a good task to do for my point streak, something fast for me. That way I am doing as little tasks as possible, and I don't have any bank space again. Usually when people do this method to gain points, they have stuff like a cannon and a high DPS range weapon like a blowpipe, but I don't have any of that. I mean, I do have a cannon, but I am almost out of cannonballs and don't really want to waste them on dwarves, so I'm going to be doing it a little bit slower than you might see other people do it, but it's just a equipment and supplies issue. This is the fastest thing I can do, so hopefully I can get some points and actually get lucky, get a Kraken task not too long. Going through those 1,500 points really did suck, but you gotta do what you gotta do. There is also a very useful guide on Turiel skipping that I will leave in the video description. That is just an Imgur link with a bunch of pictures of a setup and the locations of all the enemies that you have to kill that Turiel can assign. So, for example, right now I have a Wolves task, and I didn't really know where the best place was, and it said just go to White Wolf Mountain. So I'm doing that, and look at that, I'm already here. Alright, so we're at 279 on my task streak, so we're going to get a Konar task. Please be a Kraken task. Hellhounds in the Taverley dungeon. I think I'm going to skip that one. Rolls on Death Plateau. No, thank you. Fossil Island Wyverns. Yeah, that's a quick one. I can do that. I can't wait to finally get a Kraken task and not get the Trident on the first task and have to do this all over again. That's going to be really fun. The good news is we're at a 284 task streak right now, so we're close to that 300 milestone, which will give like 450 points or something, so hopefully we get it by then. I just got a defense level killing wolves. Okay. Alright, Konar, if you're not going to give me a Kraken task, at least give me something quick. Aberrant Spectres in the Catacombs, that's a nope. Dagnauts in the Lighthouse. That's a do. I will do that. Thank you. Well, that was a nice 11-minute task. I'm going to go do 9 more Turiel tasks, get the 100th task streak bonus of 450 points, and then we will go do a bunch more skips and hopefully get that Kraken task. Alright, another 9 Turiel tasks done. Let's go see what our Konar task is. Now, obviously, it would be ideal to get a Kraken task right here, but it would be even more ideal because I would get the bonus points for finishing the task, so if I didn't get the Trident on the task, we could skip for another one. So maybe give me a Kraken Task right now, please? Nope, not gonna do that one. Yeah, I could, well, yeah, The problem is, Necreal's tasks are really good for experience, but they're not necessarily fast, especially because I would usually use Bracelets of Slaughter to make them even longer. And I'm trying to do fast tasks to get the Trident as fast as possible, so I guess I'm skipping this, although it feels terrible. No, not gonna do jellies in the Fremnic dungeon. Okay, I'll take anything. Okay, that's fast. 50 Ankus, super fast. Let's go do it. I was looking online to make sure that there was nothing glaringly obvious that I was missing here, and people were saying that they like to go to Duradel for a Kraken task, simply because his tasks are longer. He assigns 100 Kraken to 120, and Konar is 80 to 100, and I think extending it with the Slayer Point reward doubles it, so it'd be more like 200 to 240 for Duradel, or 160 to 200 for Konar. But I think I like the fact that I'm going to Konar for my extended point streak tasks anyway, so I think I'm just going to keep doing Konar. I just want the higher chance right now, but Duradel is also a good idea. I don't know. I think I'm going to stick with Konar for now, though. Alright, there it is. 450 points. Let's go. Let's get this task, I believe. Alright, come on, Konar. Nope. Nope. Yes, 184 Cave Kraken, the Kraken Cove. Let's go. That only took me like 2 skips. I got 400 points left. I mean, I did spend like 1,800 points at this point, but I don't care. Let's go. So now that we have a Kraken task, the next step, let's talk about Krakens themselves. Usually on a Kraken task, you would be killing the Kraken boss. They have the chance to drop the full Trident as well as the Kraken Tentacle. Both of those would be very useful. But the task that I got is actually to get an uncharged Trident specifically, which means we are going to be killing the little Krakens, even though it says it's generally not recommended to kill Cave Krakens, as they have very poor drops that will not cover the cost of runes, and the boss is significantly easier. Doesn't matter. We have to get the uncharged Trident, which fortunately is a 1 in 200 from the little Krakens, compared to the 1 in 512 for the full Trident from the big Kraken. So this is actually the highest drop chance to get a Trident. And yeah, we got to go kill some little Krakens. You'll notice over here, well, first things first, it says somewhere in here, I can't, here. Magic is the only reliable way of dealing damage to them, as range attacks are heavily reduced and melee cannot be used, so we will be maging them. And if you look over here, I don't know what it is, but they have negative defense for magic. So much like things that have a low magic attack level, when things have a negative defense level, you really don't need accuracy, so I can put on my full prayer gear, much like I do when I'm bursting, as well as use Bracelets of Slaughter to extend the task. So that's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to get geared up, and we're going to go get started. I'm so excited for this. Obviously, I've talked a lot about how good the Trident is by itself and blah blah blah, but just never having to use Iban's Staff again, that in itself is already rewarding enough for this task. I hate this stupid thing. And if you ever want to remember how to get to the Kraken Cove, you take the fairy ring to Kraken Cove. I don't know why my brain does this, but this is how I remember it. Yep, a Kraken Cove. All right, here we go at the Kraken Cove. 184 Krakens plus however many Bracelets of Slaughter procs I get, which should put me at least over 200, meaning I have enough. If I just go average luck, I will get 1 Trident from this task. Please, please, don't make me go tutorial skipping again. Let's go! I'm so happy I don't have to do more tutorial skipping. That was so early too. I got 156 left in the task. Oh, it feels so good. I mean, that was, if you include all of the supplies, like the potions and the cannonballs, if you include, obviously, all the Slayer, plus the Turiel skipping, I mean, this was a 130, 140 hours of progress just to get this one little item, and boy, was it worth it. I'm so excited. There are so many reasons to be excited about unlocking a Trident, but honestly, for me, the main reason is just not having to run back through the underground pass to charge it anymore. Oh yeah. Honestly, if there wasn't a Master Clue step that you have to wear an Iban staff, this thing would be getting alked immediately, but you're lucky, Iban staff. I'm so excited to go and kill things with magic now. I want a Barrows task or a Zulrah task. Give me something I can use the Trident on, please. But speaking of new tasks, let's go see what we're doing. I can't believe that I've done like 130 hours plus in the hard tier, and we're only just now completing the first task. Now, as you can see, it says 4%, but all those other things were done passively. This is our first hard task that we're actually completing. And it feels great. 5% on the hard tier. Let's go. Let's see what we're doing next. 1 unique from Barrows. I mean, I couldn't script it any better. And what a good way to wrap up the episode by getting a Dusk Mystic piece. Okay, never mind. But yeah, that's going to be it for me for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you made it this far, you probably enjoyed watching the video, so you should go and press the like button, because that really helps me out. And while you're down there, maybe consider subscribing, because over 50% of the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed, and when the number goes up, it makes me happy, so you should do it. Believe it or not, I actually went and checked when I rolled that Trident task, and it was exactly 8 days ago, which means that I have done 130 hours of progress in 8 days, which means on average I have played for 15 hours a day, which is very depressing. So I need to go like outside and see the sunshine for once. So I'm gonna do that. But first, as always, I gotta give a big shout out to all of my channel members. The lowest tier is only $2 a month, and it really helps me out. So if you want to see your name here with these people and support me, consider joining. And a special big shout out to my tier 3 Big Spoon channel members, Alchemist BTW and Jack Staumer, for the continued support. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you, thank you. That's going to be it for me. I will see you guys in the next episode.